What is up, guys? We are getting ready for the Carmel card show today. No mail. It is Juneteenth when I'm recording this, so no mail here. Maybe UPS deliveries. I don't know. I looked at their website because the guy was going to overnight me something, and then we just decided to scrap that. But UPS doesn't have it listed as a holiday, so I don't know if UPS delivers or not. So, but I'll probably, if I get a UPS delivery, we'll just save that for another day. But yes, getting ready for the Carmel Card Show. We're using a different phone, so the quality should be fine. But we're going to talk about how I price stuff for shows and then discuss a little bit of that nonsense. So finally did get that stuff listed on eBay. This was all the other stuff we had talked about. There were a couple of autos that were like $2, and at that point I'll just put them in my dollar box. I don't want to deal with having to ship those for $2 on eBay. I'd rather just put them in the dollar box for a show and eventually migrate them to the 50-cent box if they don't sell. But for time's sake, that's my whole thing there. Someone else can buy it from me for $1 or 50 cents or 25 cents at some point maybe, and then sell it for the $2. I'm perfectly happy to pass on that to them. But we did list these 7 cards. So what I'm doing with this tennis collection is I'm listing them and what I feel is a very competitive price. They're the lowest listed. They may be over comps, but they're the lowest available. Buy it now. And so that's what I'm doing with that. And then if they don't sell, which we'll talk about in a second, I will drop the prices until they do sell or until I just delist them from eBay and they make their way to my dollar box. I think I paid $4.50 for this collection as a whole, but I owed them for a commission I did for them. So I think I'm more into this for about $3.70. Is what I'm into this collection for. And so we've already made back about $100 out of the collection already. So, and we've got a ton more to list. So I'm not too concerned about losing money on this. There's been dollar box sales out of this. And so it's more than 100. I haven't been keeping perfect track just because I know it's a collection that I'm not going to lose money on. We'll go over the other stuff I listed on eBay from a previous video, but I did price drop all of this stuff. The Badosa was probably the shortest dropped in price because it's already pretty cheap. She's come back from injury, so someone should be buying Badosa at some point here. The Schwartzmans I dropped. I thought about sticking tough on him, but since he's not playing tennis anymore, it makes it hard for any spike to come where people are just like, oh, I need to buy Diego Schwartzman cards. So I did drop the prices significantly. This Sonego has some decent traction, so it is the one card I did not drop out of this stack. And then I did drop the Sloane Stephens. Some of them got as big as like 25 to 33% drops in prices. So yeah, those are ones that had been up on eBay for a while, 2-3 weeks. So they'll get a price drop. I'm going to try to get a lot of this tennis listed over the next few weeks, and then we'll probably do another price drop maybe a week or so after the 4th of July. I'll probably do another price drop. Or I may hold strong on the tennis prices until after Wimbledon and then do a mass price drop on everything that's been listed after Wimbledon. And then we do another price drop after the US Open, maybe something like that. These were listed. I want to be a little bit firmer on these. These won't be ones I drop heavily. Royalty is the premium set for tennis, so I don't necessarily feel a need to drop these lower and lower. It's the premium set, and so they're going to hold strong. Already had an offer on this Jerry Shang. I believe I listed this for $5.99. Already got an offer at $3, but going to hold off on that. But yeah, these I'm going to keep separate because they are not going to be ones that I'm looking to drop drastically in price. This Danielle Collins, I did pull out, keep separate. I'm going to lose money on this if I sell it. So I'm either going to keep it or I'm going to use it as a whatnot giveaway. I thought her autos would be worth more. I bought this like a month ago. I think I opened this up in a mail day. I thought I could make money on it, but I'm pretty much going to sell it for what I paid for, but then I'm going to lose fees. So I'll either keep this for myself, I'll take it to shows. It might be a show card. If I can put it out at a show for $25 and someone eventually does buy it at $25, I would make like $4 or $5 on it. I think I'm all into it at like 19 or 18 something. So $20 even, get out of it. Bad purchase. But I might also, she's one of my favorite players. We might do something special for 20,000 followers on Whatnot. So I might just give it away on Whatnot. So haven't quite decided on that as of now. These are I did list all those cards on eBay this morning. How many cards was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I listed 13 cards already on eBay today, so these might get stacked into tomorrow. But this is the next group of tennis cards that I want to list. Osaka to $2.99. I already sold one of these. I think I'll get about $3 for it. Bencic, I'm not sure. I'll probably still list it. And Jariva. Saribe's Tormo to 20. These low-numbered ones have sold. I sold a Michael Emer, and I sold an Arthur Rinderknecht to 5. So, I'm going to list these, try to list them competitively. I'll probably list this at like $5.99. I think I listed the out of 5s at $9.99 and they sold it full, like instant. Camila Osorio auto, and then a Jessica Pegula to $2.50. So yeah, we'll get those listed. Maybe not today, but they'll go into the listing pile, and then at someday, like I did today, I will catch up on that. We had a couple of eBay sales. Samsonova out of 50. Aces Auto sold for $13. Ostapenko sold at, I think I sent an offer. This was listed at $19.99. I sent an offer for $14.99 out, and they took that offer. So $14.99 there. And then the Denis Shapovalov, I believe it sold for $2.49 plus shipping. That's about the lowest. If it's up for $3.99 and someone sends me an offer for like $2, I may take that. But I'm not going to go through the effort of fully listing a card to just list it at $2. So that's kind of my thought process there, I guess, since I said I wasn't going to sell anything on eBay like under $3. But yeah, nice little, what's that, like a $25 back on that collection there. That was not included in my numbers. And then you saw this pickup in a previous video. The Kyron Drones, Ty Thompson, and Langston Love. Sold those in Gaby Card Stacks Discord for $10 PWE, shipped on the 3. The Drones is about $10, and then so these are kind of just throw-ins. Thompson does about $1 to $3, and Langston Love does, it was kind of all over the place, but kind of like $1 to $5. Probably could have got more if I wanted to list them, but the Drones, some of the comps are under $10. There's like some $7 comps, so didn't want to deal with it, so got that out for $10. Yeah. And then moving on, we've got what I'm here for today is the Carmel Card Show pricing. So starting out, we have a pair of XRCs. These are opened. They are definitively not PSA 10s. Like I looked at them. I bought them knowing they were unsealed. But yeah, I looked at them. They aren't PSA 10 candidates. But Drake May and Michael Penix Jr. XRCs priced at $220-$150. I paid more on, I bundled a lot in. So technically, in the seller's mind, I paid $315. In my mind, I paid $300. What I'd really like to get is like $125 on the Penix and close to like $2 on the May. I was hoping, so I trusted the guy. I still do trust the guy. He said he didn't look over them, and the dealer didn't tell him. The dealer, or I don't remember what he said about the dealer, but he didn't look them over for grading. He just bought them like this. And I do believe him on that. But yeah, neither of them were gradable. Dealer probably lied to him, but it's not a terrible price. The Drake May, PSA 9 did $225, and opened 1 did 2. There's another open one did $212. SGC 9.5 did $250, $175 on a PSA 7, $212 on a sealed one. An open one did, or no, that's sealed. PSA 9 did $240, open one did $172, PSA 7 did $160, PSA 8 did $170. So maybe we'll have to come down a little. The lot I bought, I really like. It has a blue glitter Bucky Irving that's like $45. So the lot can bring this number down, but probably not my greatest buys, but it was a gamble that I was willing to take on it. So moving on, the Penix, I'll show you the Penix XRC prices real quick here. So the Penix XRC prices, we're looking at 100 to 150, but I think it's more in this range, like the 135, 130 range on this. So we'll see, though. We'll see how it goes. Travis Hunter, NFL Draft Panini Instant Auto. So on here, we've got 350, 305, 333, 340, 330, 333, 350, 329, 341. So I paid $270 for this Travis Hunter. I'm hoping to get 3 out of it minimum, but I do think 330 is a competitive price. Maybe 325, you'd say. Take the average of like the 305s, the 350s, the 330s. Probably come up with like a 325, but did put it at 330, so we'll see how that goes. Next up is this Patrick Mahomes Crown PSA 9. Let me see. Here it is. So it has comps kind of all over the place. 235, 275, 251, 50, 275, 212, 255, 250, 200, 207, 232, 276. These are back in April. The most recent comps are 235, 235, 275, 251, 50, 275. So I feel like it's closer to the 250. Now you get back May 17th, it's 212. Then it's back up 250, 255. So I'm going to put it out at 255. I do have a little spreadsheet of what I paid for everything. So on that Mahomes, I believe I paid, let's see. So I paid $160 on that Mahomes. So even if I get 200, the lowest comp, then I'll still make money on it. Next up is this Kelsey Downtown. This is a weird one. I'm okay putting a high price on it. I admit that this is a high price on this Travis Kelsey Downtown. The most recent sale on it is $625 on June 17th. Before that, it's $555, $540, $540, $625, $550, $5, $720, $624, $551, $5, $686, $651. It's kind of all over the place. So went with the $625 number. I'm into it only for $400, so I've got room on it. But I think it's, I truly think it's like I think I can get $575 for it. So I don't want to sticker it at $575 and then have to deal with a million people offering. I'd rather have $625 on it, because usually sometimes on the downtowns, if I price them more towards the upper end, the offers I get are more towards where I want to be, instead of if I price it where I want to be, then I have to field offers on the lowest comps. If I'm far away from the lowest comps, I kind of don't get any offers where they're like, oh, the last one, or the one did 500 3 weeks ago, so will you take 420 on it or whatever. I just haven't had that experience with the downtowns, so that's why I'm pricing it what feels like kind of high. The next one is a weird one. I'm kind of okay keeping it. Once again, it's a card I'm into for 200 flat. I want 240 out of it. Is the number when I bought it, is what I wanted out of it was 240. The last comp is 355. And it was paid for, and it wasn't a shill bid. The guy who won it has like 17,000 feedback, and the guy who he outbid had 6,000 feedback. So if that's a shill, then that's a crazy shill, because it's paid for. It shows up on here. So, but the one before that was a 200 raw sale. I don't really want to price it at raw, but okay, 200 raw, 220 on a raw, 210 on a raw, 280 on a raw, 210 on a raw, 250 on a PSA 9, 260 on a PSA 9, 270 raw, 214 raw, 195 on a raw. So it's kind of all over the place. PSA 8 did 150, but I don't know. Placed it in the middle. Took two, or what I do? They take two. I don't know how I came up with 295, but 295, and I'll take offers on it. That's kind of where we got to. I averaged two numbers out, but I rounded down, I think, because I think it was like 307. So did I take 250 plus 355 and then divide it, something like that? I don't know. This one's a weird one. It's one I'm willing to keep. I'm only into it for 85 bucks. I can't wait for, I'll show you. One of the fun things about card shows is last comp's 175, but there's a comp for 5805. So I'm sure I will hear a million times, hey, it did 5805 on October 5th. Will you take $45? Like, I'm sure that's what I'm going to hear a lot of. But I mean, 175, 150, 115, and this is all like pre-trade to the Cowboys. His stuff is up on the Cowboys. I'm stickering it high at 200. Hasn't had a sale since December 27th. I'm stickering it high, and we'll just see. His stuff with the Cowboys is just weird. I don't really know. I don't have much more to say about it than that. It's just kind of a weird one. I won't do this with all my shows going through all the prices because usually I'll have more inventory than this, but I thought we'd do it for this show just as a fun little exercise, I guess. All right, next. JJ McCarthy rookie ticket from Contenders. 500 feels high on this for me. I paid $320 on it, but the comps are 545, 503, 518 on an out of 149 makes me a little concerned about the comps on this, but I mean, it's 545, 505, 515. I mean, or no, wait, those are the, that's not the right one. There it is, 480. Yeah, look at there's different pictures. You need the one that looks like this. 500, 475, 510. I mean, it has a ton of comps. So I put it at 5. We'll see. Like I said, only into it for 320. So not too stressed out about that. It's just a weird card to price. Because it just doesn't feel like it should be that high. This card, weird to price as well. Only one sale of 2024 Zebra, and it's a concourse for 110. And that was an auction. 110.50 on a concourse from this year. This is premier level. I put 150 on it. I'm into it for like 90 bucks, I think. So we'll see. I'd probably match that last comp, but I don't know. We'll see. Malik Neighbors Zebra. These are the ones that I complained that I overpaid for, and then now they're free. But maybe didn't overpay. Another one just did 225. The 190 is me. This one is me. They're all me. Mine are, yeah, this is a flash one too. I was going to say, is there different ones? Or no, wait, this is a wave. Oh my gosh, there's wave and flash. Huh. Thought I bought, hold on, is this mine? Thought I bought all these. Huh. I got a wave, not a flash. Maybe I should complain. I just realized that. Get some money back. Because they're both labeled flash. This is the one. So this is the 190 one I paid for. And this is a wave, not a flash. I don't know how that affects price, to be honest. Didn't actually know they did like various versions of these until I bought this. So I don't know. That's interesting. That's interesting. But 230, I priced it up a little bit from that one, but the other one I paid for was 222, 190. I know I'm going to get beat up on it, so it got a 300 price tag. This one, I don't have to show you the comp. It did 187.50. That's the comp on this, but it's a 101. I'm into it for 150. So like I could sell it for the 187.50, but it's a 101. I'm willing to wait it out, or I mean, honestly, for 150, I'd rather just sell it on Whatnot for running the TJ Watt for my Steelers guys, because there's a bunch of guys on my stream always asking for the Steelers. So, I mean, I'm perfectly happy to just run that for them for what I paid for it. Even if I lose money on it, some of that stuff, I'm just happy to get it for those gentlemen that always ask me for it. And then the last card for the show, I was hoping to have some other stuff, but that did not occur. We got a Penix Downtown from Donruss. So it's kind of all over the place. I thought I paid way more on this than I actually did, but 500 I feel like is fair. I know I'm going to get hit with like, ooh, one did $400, or one these did $435. I think I paid $320 on it. I can tell you. Let me look at my spreadsheet. Yeah, I paid $320 on it. So like, I'm not married to the 500. It's just there is a lot of sales at 500, and so I don't know. I'm happy to put it at 500, and we'll just see what happens. I have other shows coming up, so I'm not dying to sell like everything here at the Carmel card show. But if I did sell all of it, I'd be very happy because I am very poor after I bought a card that you'll see in a future video. But yeah, that's going to do it, guys. We're going to go to that Carmel show. I'm looking for basketball, looking for baseball. We'll see what we can do. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like if you did, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.